Hey everyone, Jennifer Lee Chan here from NBC Sports Bay Area. Happy bye week to everybody. I want to make sure I've got yep. All right. Just want to make sure my mic is working correctly. Um, how are we already at week 14? The 49ers only have four regular season games left, which is crazy. So it is the Tennessee Titans when they get off the bye, and then it is Monday night versus the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. Indoor game though, it's a dome. Chicago Bears at Levi Stadium, and then the Seattle Seahawks at Levi Stadium. Four games left, and they are already poised to move up in the conference standings because they're not playing this week. So pretty crazy. They could move up quite a bit if both the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks lose. I don't know if that's going to happen. But looking at the schedule, there are a lot of different scenarios where the 49ers move up, and I think it's a great opportunity for them to rest, recoup, and win, basically. All right. So in the conference standings, it is Chicago in the number one seed. Who knew that that was going to happen? They play the Green Bay Packers. Both of those teams are above the 49ers right now in the standings. So one of them is going to lose. So no matter what happens this weekend, someone's going to lose, and the 49ers are going to at least move up one spot. So they're in seventh right now. They'll move up to the sixth no matter what. Now, the Rams play the Arizona Cardinals any given Sunday. You never know, but I do think the Rams are going to win. Philly plays the Los Angeles Chargers. That's one maybe where Philly could lose. Chargers have been here and there. They've showed some spunk. Tampa Bay plays New Orleans. I think Tampa Bay is going to win. Seattle plays Atlanta. Probably Seattle's going to win. And then again, Green Bay, Chicago. Those are the teams. So it's Chicago, Rams, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks, and the Packers above the Niners currently. So they're going to move up one no matter what. Now, if they move up, if the Rams lose and Seattle loses, basically the Niners go up to, I think, the number two spot. But I don't think both the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks are going to go down. Maybe one, maybe it's a trap game for one of them. I really don't think so. But the 49ers, no matter what, even if they, just not playing, they move up one spot this week. And it's a good thing for the 49ers to be able to be in this spot, maybe getting guys back after the bye. So you've got potentially Yeturgos Matos, most likely Eddie Piñeiro coming back, potentially Tatum Bethune. It might be a little early for him. Also might be a little early for Sam Okwanu. But the fact that those guys have an extra week right now to rest and rehab and get better, I think that's really good schedule-wise for the 49ers. Now, also thinking about the end of this season now with only four games left, that means time is running out for Brandon Aiyuk to make his way back to the team. I would think if they open up his practice window week 15, he's still got to practice and work out and get his timing down with Brock Purdy, run routes, really get conditioned to play football. And even then, maybe he does work on the scout team. And then how does he not have any setbacks? Is he healthy? Is he able to do it? I mean, it's possible. I mean, we have not seen him work out, but he could be behind the scenes working out like a maniac. Some guys are quiet about their rehab. Some guys, like Fred Warner, are a little bit more vocal and public about it. So we haven't seen what Brandon Ayuk is doing. We haven't, I'm sure he's rehabbing and working out, but we haven't seen anything that he's doing. So it's hard to say what type of progress he's making. But I do think because he hasn't played football in over a year, he's running out of time to play in the regular season for sure. Um, I would think if they open up his window on for week 15, he's definitely not going to play in week 15. He's going to have at least 2 weeks of practice to make sure he doesn't have any setbacks, to make sure he doesn't re-injure himself, more for the safety of Brandon Aiyuk than anything else. They want him to be healthy for the long run. And I know it appears that there's some contention between the two parties, but I think I think Richard Sherman said it best. Both parties need Brandon Aiyuk on the field. It benefits everybody. It makes him look great for getting back on the field and other teams knowing that he can do it. It also helps the 49ers win, maybe, going to the postseason. I mean, they're set to go to the playoffs. If Brandon Aiyuk comes back and plays like how he played before he was injured, I mean, that's just another weapon for Brock Purdy. So, I mean, it behooves everyone for Brandon Aiyuk to make his way back on the field. I just don't know whether it's going to happen. It's just coming down the wire at the beginning of the season. Kyle Shanahan said week 8, 9, maybe 10. We're in week 15 now. That's 5 weeks after week 10, which was kind of his long, like, worst case scenario at the time. And now, I think worst case scenario is that he doesn't play for the 49ers during the regular season at all. It's just getting down to the wire where it's going to be really tough for him to be able to have his practice window open and make it back onto the field. It just is. Um, watching other, especially guys that have to change direction so much, cornerbacks, um, wide receivers, maybe linebackers even. I think it's harder for them to go through that type of injury and, you know, not play for a year and then come back in. I mean, even guys who are first ballot Hall of Famers, Trent Williams, when he had the injury, he held out. He came back into the game and they took a little time with him, but it took him a while to get up to speed. Like he played week 1. It wasn't his best season though. Um, Nick Bosa doesn't normally do a whole lot during training camp, but he did a decent amount this year. And, obviously he tore his ACL, which sucks. But Fred Warner, you know, um, he didn't do a whole lot during training camp this year either. And it helped Tatum Bethune get a lot of reps. So I guess in the long run, it was good. But a lot of these guys need a couple weeks to get up to speed, especially if they haven't played. And that's guys that played last year. Brandon Aiyuk hasn't played in over a year now. It was week 7 when he injured his ACL, MCL, cartilage damage, meniscus. It was a catastrophic injury. And yeah, maybe, it's just taking him a longer time. We just haven't talked to him. We don't know what's going on. But honestly, it is best for everybody if he gets back on the field and has a standout, even if it's one game, just to show people where he's at, to show that he can still do it. He's still got it or has it back, just because it's such a catastrophic injury. So hopefully he makes it back and is happy and plays. Obviously, there's some hurt feelings here and there from, the 49ers maybe, maybe didn't need to go totally scorched earth and void his 2026 guarantees. I don't know. I don't know the scenario. I'm sure there's two sides to every story. It sounded like they were backed into a wall and they had to do it. They had to make some sort of statement. Um, and I just don't think that he made one mistake and they're like, all right, we're voiding guarantees. There had to be some sort of kind of pattern of behavior or, there, I can't imagine they would do it without some sort of warning. But again, I don't know that side of the story. Um, but hopefully for all parties involved, he makes it back and is a, back to being an all pro wide receiver. I mean, when he's on the field, the 49ers are better. Brandon Aiyuk is a great player. So does he want to get out there? Does he want to do this? I would think so. Um, I don't know if this is him trying to force the 49ers' hand so he can get out of his contract with the 49ers and then go play somewhere else in 2026. But I would think that you would at least want to put a couple games of film out there just so people can see that you have bounced back from your injury and that, you're worth more than league minimum. I think he would make more than that, obviously, but just seems like it would be best for everybody if he played again this year. So, um, I am away from the country. I took a little vacation. I am in Germany. No, I'm not in Germany right now. I'm in Austria. I'm gonna go do some Christmas marketing and wander around, drink some mulled wine, and see the Christmas wares, and go be cold like I was in Cleveland. Not my normal vacation this time of year. Normally, I like to go somewhere warm, but I'm somewhere cold. As you can see, fur jacket that was out in Cleveland is with me again. Um, But hope you guys all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are all hanging in there. If you want to drop any questions on what you want me to talk about next, please do so. Other injuries, Ben Barch is going to go on IR, or he will miss the rest of the season with a Liz Frank injury in his foot. Kyle Juszczyk has fractured ribs. He could be back after the bye. It's all pain management with that. Um, and so hopefully he's okay. I did post a short video of right after I didn't get Brock's dance, but right after Brock celebrates and he's with his guys in the end zone, he runs back towards the sidelines. And the first person to meet him at the sidelines, everybody's congratulating him on the way back. But the first person to meet him at the sidelines is Mac Jones. Mac Jones is dancing as Brock Purdy comes up to him. And from Brock Purdy's interview, I think it was on KNBR, he talked about how Mac Jones and his fun and his enthusiasm and his kind of, playing, being loose. I think that's why Brock Purdy danced in the end zone. You see the enthusiasm. I mean, Mac Jones up with the guys in the front doing the boombox walkout. I mean, he's funny. The guys love him. And so Brock, who's always business, kind of loosened up a little bit, did his little dance at the end, and everybody loved it. And I think it's good for the team to see that side of him, see that fun side and joking around. And I think a lot of it is because of Mac. So just check out that short video. It's a fun one. And Mac's always, I went through, was going through my camera roll, and when Jair Brown snagged that interception, one of the interceptions that he had versus Carolina Panthers, with the one he was in the end zone, Mac Jones ran out to greet him and congratulate him. So good stuff for Mac. I'm a little fighting back yawn. Tired. Traveled for about 20 hours. Anyways, hope y'all are well. Talk to you soon, and I'll do another video, while I'm here.